everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Carrie, and on my channel we discuss the Ascension process, we discuss vegan related topics, and we also discuss natural cures. So today's subject is about the financial collapse that is coming and what that means for the people who are ascending. And then also we're going to talk about the 1111 portal, which is coming up in just a few days now. So let's get right into it. As you well know, if you've been watching my channel, these portals are huge windows of opportunity for the universe to send through higher frequencies, higher energies. These energies come from Source, which is all that is. These energies come from the galactic core of the universe, which we fully aligned with on December 21st, 2012. So that was the date that we got into the bandwidth where we were even able to receive these transformative energies. So on every portal date, such as the 1111, the 1010, the 1212, the double dates, and also on full moons and new moons, solstices and equinoxes, we receive more dosages of this higher energy, which is streaming in to our planet, and it is penetrating all matter. So everything that's physical, so that's you, that's me, that's the chair, that's my dogs, all of nature, every person on the planet, anything that's physical, these energies are penetrating it. And what they are doing is they are transforming density. So they're going into our DNA, they're going our dormant DNA, you know, the dormant DNA that scientists say is pretty much like some crazy percentage of junk. Yes, that is not junk. That is DNA that you were born with, DNA that is going to be activated at the right time so that you can return to the divine being which you are. So these energies are streaming in. We just got through the 1010 portal. I have been totally wiped out, integrating all of that and releasing more of the old, which I'm sure many of you can relate. It is not an easy task. It is extremely draining. It is extremely difficult and painful at times. So if that's you and you know what I'm saying, I honor you in your path. The 1111 is a huge one, and the energies that are going to come through this portal are going to create a light quotient higher than has ever been on this planet. And that is because each subsequent portal has had its own dispensation of energy, to where the next portal adds onto that, which creates the most light that's ever been here. Does that make sense? So it's just building up. So this one should be really interesting. And I have a feeling things are going to start crumbling pretty quickly after this, after they settle and assimilate. Okay? I'm not going to say dates. I don't want to give any sort of specifics because the truth is no one knows, because this is a process. Okay, so we are waiting for certain tipping points in order for certain things to fall. But take heart, because you know that everything is divinely orchestrated. Even when it looks completely chaotic, it is literally unfolding perfectly the way that it should. Okay, these are plans that have been in place for eons of time. And so we don't have to worry that, like, is it going to happen or is it not going to happen? Our success is already assured. Okay, guys, we are ascending. This planet is going to become a fifth dimensional planet. Woo! It's important that we feel joy. It's important that we feel excitement, and it's important that we stay in the knowing of what's coming. Okay, so now that I've said all that, let me shift to the economic collapse. And I'd like to give you guys just a little more background into that, because I know some people touch on it, but they don't maybe give you some of the real solid underlyings of it. And I find this, I love learning about the details of this, because it just really gives me so much more pleasure in seeing it destroyed. Okay, because it's really corrupt to its very core. It's really corrupt to its very core. you know, the one thing that I have come to find out recently is that, like, some of these big companies, okay, I'm not going to name names, but some of these huge companies are very well known and you would know all of them. What they do is they buy back their own stocks. Yeah, they buy their own stocks. They buy back their own stocks on an open market, okay, in order to drive up their shares, their share prices or whatever, okay? So you can imagine how messed up this is. So this is one of the things that actually caused the Great Depression in 1929. And it was outlawed for a very long time because of the fact that it quickly creates an environment of, you know, just dysfunctionality. Well, in 2009, it became okay to start doing this again. And here we are a mere 11 years later, folks, and everything is just about as ass backwards as it can possibly get, okay? So can you imagine how fake our economy is? Our economy is nothing but a freaking illusion. All of it. I mean, and we're talking trillions of dollars here that they've used to do this stuff with. This is not just like little money, okay? And I was watching another video on YouTube last night, and it was talking about how they have spent so much more money buying back their own shares than they have on our education system, on our transportation system. If you could really understand what I watched last night, and I'll put the link in here, okay? This is a link. Now, this person is not going to talk about Ascension, so if you watch this video, just know they are not going to discuss our imminent ascension because they are not aware of that. But it is a really good synopsis of why this planet is in the mess that it's in, okay? And how it is unrepairable. There is no repairing it. There have been band-aids going on it since 2008, but it is just rapidly crumbling, and it's not repairable at this point, okay? So every single facet of it is just so corrupt. You know, there are politicians who, and this is just minor, this is like minor compared to what they do, but this is just one thing I really didn't put together and realize until the other day when I was speaking with someone who's extremely knowledgeable about this stuff. And they were saying that, you know, these politicians often like buy land and you know, blackmail each other out of land so that they can put certain developments on that land that are going to bring money to certain businesses, and like even where like an on-off ramp is in your city. There's such a fucking story behind it, okay? Things that the general public really knows nothing about, most of us, but it trickles down to everything. It infiltrates everything because that's what corruption does. It's toxic. It's like a poison. It just seeps into everything. So if you're a person who's like, oh my God, I'm so scared, I don't want this to happen, what am I going to do? Listen, you don't need to worry about it, because if you're watching this video, you're probably ascending and you're probably going to be in a much better reality by the time this actually hits the fan. Okay, I'm simply putting it out there because I want you to add your intention to this. I want you to realize that this has to happen because it's the foundation of all dysfunctionalism here. Okay, it's the basis of human slavery that's been happening for a very, very long time. And if it doesn't fail, then things do not change. Okay, so it has to fail, and it's been prophesied to fail for a very long time. So don't get up in your head about what am I going to do, blah blah blah. Listen, this is a divine plan. You have been protected. You have been led and guided to the right information. If you're still watching this, I know you have, so don't be scared, because we are quickly ascending. We are quickly separating from the 3D circus, and these portals that we go through separate us even more. Okay, like just since the 1010, I already feel like so different, and there's other people that have been falling away out of my life because we no longer resonate at all. Okay, so that's how it happens. And we have 3 huge portals coming up. We have the 1111, the 1212, and we also have the 1221, which is the winter solstice. So we have a lot going on energetically in just a short 2 months here before the first of the year, okay? So add your intention into this. I know there are people who have organized meditations for 1111 to crumble the financial system, okay, which is pretty much heralding our ascension, because we're not going to go through that and suffer with the other people who aren't ready for ascension. It's just not written in the stars for us, okay? The promise is that we will be taken away from that. Okay, we will be separated from that. We're not really going anywhere. We share the time and space is all the same. There's no other place to go, but there's frequencies that determine our reality. And we will be raising our frequency, and we will not experience this complete fallout that's about to occur. Okay? So look for the signs. Set your intention. Know that this has to happen. Know that this is a very good thing for us. And don't worry about those people who are left behind. Some of them still have a chance to make the leap. They may require more suffering in order to do so. But some of them just simply are not ready for a 5D existence, and they need to continue to carry out their life on a 3D, 4D level, okay? And wherever it is that the universe decides they're going to do that, that's what they're going to do for their own soul's growth. There's no judgment in it. But I, for one, and I know many of you, I'm ready. I'm ready to separate from them, okay? There is no more that this has to offer for me, and there hasn't been for a really long time. So there's a lot of boredom because, you know, you don't want to get involved in 3D stuff. So when you extract yourself from all of that, there is, you know, not a lot going on. And the interactions you can have with higher vibrating people are still pretty limited at this point, okay? So I just wanted to mention all of that. I will make another one probably before the 1111 to help you guys prepare more as I get information through my higher self on how to prepare. But for now, I would just say, try to clear your calendar through this next phase up until the 11th and maybe a few days after. Don't take on anything major. You don't know how these energies are going to hit you. You don't know what you're going to be dealing with. So try to, you know, pamper yourself. Like I always say, take salt baths and go out in nature. If you have dogs, you know, they love to be out, and most of them don't get out enough. So make time for them, you know, blow off a friend, change plans, take your dog out, you know. Chances are you'll probably have a better time anyway. And I really appreciate you guys taking time to listen if you've made it this far. I really appreciate my viewers and my subscribers. And I wish you guys the very best in this ascension. We're all in this together, and there's a lot happening right now. If you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comment section. Don't get into fear, don't get into worry. In fact, we need to be cool as cucumbers right now, because we are the ones who actually do know what's going on a deeper level, okay? So meditate on the 1111, add your intention that this happen quickly, which I know it's going to, because according to most of these financial experts, this is something that is rapidly occurring. I mean, it's like a bucket that has holes all in it, a bucket of water, and the water is just spewing, and there's just not enough band-aids strong enough to plug these holes up, okay? So I think that's all I have to say right now, guys. I love you, and we're doing this. Let's do it. I'm excited. Okay, I'm just trying to stay in my on my high vibrational level, It's not always easy. Of course, we're cleansing sadness, we're cleansing anger. We will have emotions come up out of nowhere, and they're very hard to deal with. A lot of them are. But we are capable of doing this, or we wouldn't be here. We are the strongest of the strong. Okay, we are totally eligible for this and totally capable of getting through this. So take comfort in that. Love yourself. Be easier on yourself. Be kind to yourself. Do something nice for yourself, something that feels good to your body. Like I said, clear your calendar or clear your obligations out for the next few weeks. And have a look at Stella here. She's so special. She's so special. I'll just let her say hi to you guys. Stella, you want to say hi? Can you say hi to our viewers? Are you excited to ascend? Are you ready to get the hell out of here? Yes. Yes, my baby. Yes, my baby. She's been ready for a long time. She came to help me. She's so warm. She's been out in the sun. Okay, stinker. All right. Thank you guys. Have a great Sunday. Bye-bye.